Hey, welcome everyone. Hey, thanks for joining for this special December giveaway. Happy New Year as well. We did want to go ahead and draw who the winner was for the December giveaway. We have two books authored by, you see, Steve Wexler here joining us. Very kind of Steve to join. And so we're just going to cut right to it and announce who the winner was of the two books. And then Steve is going to give a few words. So if your email address starts with, I'm not going to read the whole thing off. With the way our tool works, we get an email address of the winner. But if your email address starts with CENVIITY, again, CENVIITY, you are the winner. And Brandy and I will reach out to you later today. In fact, immediately after this broadcast. And you will be receiving both copies of the books in the giveaway, and they will both be, I believe, signed by Steve. Is that right, Steve?
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Steve, I believe, has a few words just to congratulate the winner too and explain the kind of context behind writing these books.
Yeah, and delighted and hope you find them useful. There are two books. One I'm the co-author of. I'm not the only author. The Big Book of Dashboards was the first one. That's along with Jeffrey Schaefer and Andy Cotgreave, and it came out of this scenario-based thing, which is people were taking Tableau classes, Power BI classes, Click, whatever, and it's okay, but I've got this data, I've got this need, I've got this situation. What's the best way to present this data? How do I build a dashboard that gets people to go, aha? So that's the main crux of the book. There are 28 different scenarios, and you're supposed to look through it and find something. Well, that's kind of like what we're trying to do in our organizations. Um, and let me look at the logic of this and go, oh, let's take some of these things and put it into our dashboard. So there's some other essays as well, dealing with stuff in the real world, explaining why a million colors isn't probably the best idea, why people like packed bubbles, and they don't really tell you that much, etc. So that was the catalyst, that was the impetus, that was the driver behind the Big Book of Dashboards. The big picture came about in giving workshops based on the Big Book of Dashboards. Every time I would give a workshop, I'd be kind of in panic at the beginning of the workshop because I'm thinking, well, I'm about to go over sort of fundamentals of data visualization. And doesn't everybody who's taking this workshop already know this? And that became really clear within 5 minutes. Oh, God, no, they didn't. I mean, you can tell people are just kind of leaning in if it's a live workshop, or if they're kind enough to have their cameras on when you're doing the Zoom workshop, you can kind of tell, oh, whoa, this looks interesting, or they're taking screenshots of what you're doing, etc. So that became clear that a lot of the practitioners don't have a lot of the fundamentals. But the bigger thing was the people who are trying to learn this craft and be good at it and being able to communicate effectively with data, they all expressed a frustration that their stakeholders, their bosses, their colleagues didn't get it, didn't see the value of this stuff, would say things like, you know what, just give this to me as a spreadsheet, as opposed to something which could be much clearer than that. So I would say the big picture is, well, it's certainly for people who are beginning, but it's more for your boss, your colleagues, and your stakeholders. And the Big Book of Dashboards, well, that's for you if you're planning to be a practitioner of data visualization. So there you go. And read the big picture first. It's shorter. You'll feel you will have accomplished something. The Big Book of Dashboards really is big, and a lot of it should be treated like a reference book. You don't have to read it cover to cover.
That's awesome. Yeah, and both books are critical staples in the analytics community, and so I'm sure the winner will remember start with the big picture and then move on to the Big Book of Dashboards. But the same goes to anyone else that didn't win that maybe wants to pick up these books. Go ahead and pick them up and go in that order. So thanks so much, Steve. Really appreciate you joining to share that
My pleasure.
and the catalyst behind writing these, and then for signing both books too. Definitely a unique kind of one of a kind type item that someone's getting here. So very cool. We are gonna Brandy and I will go ahead and now announce we love giveaways, so we're gonna announce what the January giveaway is. I am actually going to go ahead and share my screen, and Brandy is going to announce what the January giveaway is going to be.
Yeah, so anyone who knows me knows that I love reading. I love data books in particular. I help to run the Data Book Club. And so we actually have more books to give away. The first one is Colorwise by Kate. And then the second is Functional Aesthetics for Data Visualization by Bridget and Vidya. Both are just, well, I haven't actually read them yet, but they're both just, I think, they focus maybe on a different aspect to data visualization, which is, how do you make the aesthetics of your dashboard, functional, obviously. Bridget has done just phenomenal work, so has Vidya, on like all of the, human cognitive aspects of, perceiving data in a visual format. And then, Kate's Colorwise, intentional use of color. I think, Steve kind of mentioned that a little bit in speaking to his big book of dashboards. Color is really impactful and really important. And so both of these books, I think, just kind of take that visualization of data to the next level. So really excited to be giving away these two.
Perfect. Awesome. Yes. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have a special guest or two when it comes time to do the giveaway at the beginning of next month. We'll see. We'll see. All right, cool. We will be, Brandy and I, and the Career Summit page will also be posting out instructions on how to enter into the January giveaway. So look for that later today. That'll be set up and live later this afternoon. Thanks again to Steve for the December giveaway. Really enjoyed talking with you about the books. And definitely check out, follow Steve. Whoop, I'm on the other direction here. Follow Steve and all of his content. He writes just some wonderful stuff and makes amazing contributions to the analytics community. Someone that I follow personally. I know Brandy does as well. So definitely follow Steve and check out all of his work. All right. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Steve.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy, prosperous, and healthy 2023.
For sure. Yep. And the new giveaway will be set up later today. All right. See you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.